We're doing this in solidarity with the school strikes who've said that they want drastic action on climate change. If we don't take action on climate change, we're the last generation who can. Have you heard of Extinction Rebellion? Thank you very much. Hey, would you guys like a leaflet?
Climate change is a myth.
Thank you very much.
It might be kind of like that people would think our hopes for the future would be that everyone would be kind of wanting to take action in climate change. But actually, we don't have the time for everyone to believe in climate change. We need to change the society that we live in so that it's easier for everyone to be able to live a lower carbon footprint. Today we're running a Christian climate action training day where we kind of gather new recruits, people who are interested in taking part in non-violent direct action for the climate from kind of a Christian perspective. So these principles of tell the truth and act as though that truth is real. And the general thinking was that if we tell the truth about climate change, then this graph is going to move to the left. If we paint it in its stark reality. Jesus was a huge activist. He was very much kind of amongst the people. He spoke about the principles of nonviolent direct action, how we can kind of use the policies of the time against people in power to be able to create justice. And he also he carried out nonviolent direct action himself. So when he saw kind of the poor being exploited in the temple and he turned over the tables, he drove out the money lenders and things like that. I'm sure he could have kind of started a petition, or I'm sure he could have kind of written a letter to the temple leader. But it's when it is something which is of great importance, it's important that we take action which is proportional to the kind of injustice that's being done. When I am taking part in nonviolent direct action, for me, it's the time when my faith most comes alive, when I feel closest to God. And the fact that we do kind of combine that prayer and action, it just brings something out of me, which is just kind of really special for me. So for me, this is very much like the early church. So it feels very raw. It is still kind of finding its form, and we are relying on each other to support each other and stand up for justice. I think it is essential that the church gets involved in this. At its heart, the climate crisis is a moral issue and an ethical issue. And faith groups like Christianity has so much to say on that. These values like repentance, forgiveness, they are fundamental to how actually we're going to be tackling this. People often say as Christians, we're meant to have hope. And I just want to say that denial is not hope. What we are facing at this moment is catastrophic in the scale of the issue. I remember the first time that we started learning about climate change, and I just came out of that lecture and just sobbed. The suffering that these people are enduring day to day. And I've had the privilege of going to other parts of the world and meeting these people firsthand, the people who are scared because they don't know when the rains are going to come, and the people who are just trying to look after their families. I've got nieces and nephews myself, so I find it really overwhelming thinking about that. We have the privilege to be deciding whether this is something that we do something about. And I guess I'm not here because I want to be here. I'm here because I feel like it needs to be done. And because I guess there's nothing more valuable that I could do with this day than be here standing up for other people around the world who don't have the privilege to be standing in front of a camera right now. So if I can, then I will. you.